Hello Leo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at what you need to hear at this time. So as the title suggests, this is a timeless reading, meaning the messages in this video are for whenever you click on the video and watch it. And of course there is no timeline associated with it. So the messages could be between now and the next few days, next few weeks, months, maybe a year, it really depends. But with that, this is a general reading. So take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not. Also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Leo, I will not solicit business from you. I don't need to do that. And so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me, please keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. If this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment to let me know what you think. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Leo. Make sure we're all in view. I like to do a Celtic cross spread here for from time to time. So that's what the spread is, but let me make sure everything's set up. I think I did a pretty good job. I think this looks just about good enough to me. So energy on the bottom. You have the Page of Swords. This is potentially you connecting with some sort of intellectual curiosity at this time. You may be looking at the facts of a situation, of a scenario, and taking a sort of logical approach to something. For others of you, there's been some disappointing news here, and or there could have been some news of delay that happened in your life. And so I feel like realize that all paths, what I should tell you, Leo, is that all paths lead to the same road. And so the worst thing you can do is not act, okay? And so if you have been faced with disappointing news or news of delay, know that that is simply divine timing at work, okay? And so things will happen as they are supposed to happen naturally. Now I know for people hear that and they say, oh, well, it doesn't feel good. Well, yeah, it doesn't feel good. I'm not trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you not to feel. You know, definitely feel and feel all of the emotions. But that's what I'm getting here. There's a very clear message here right away with Page of Swords and the two cards here in the cross that I have to deliver to you. So we have in the problem position, or excuse me, in the current situation, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you have been faced with news of challenging news around finance, okay, here with this Five of Pentacles. Most often when I pull this card, I find for people it's because of mindset towards scarcity and instead of mindset towards abundance. And so this is especially true as I get to the next card, but you know, this Five of Pentacles could indicate that maybe there's been disappointing news around a job. Maybe, I don't know if there's been, let me see here. I don't see severance, you know, what I feel like is going on here, because we don't have the Three of Swords, we don't have the Ten of Swords, we don't have the Five of Swords. We do have the Page of Swords on the bottom indicating news of delay or disappointment. So it could mean that like you didn't get the job raise that you wanted, or you're in the interview process and it's taking a little bit more time than you were hoping. Something like that. There could have been a rejection from interview, but I don't see rejection here. So I feel like I would want more. We'll see what cards come forward to clarify, but there could be an issue with money here that's weighing heavy on your mind, Leo. I never love reading like this because I know it's a very sensitive topic. What I do have to tell you is you have something very good here in the future, a couple really good things in the future. So just keep that in mind. I do see that it's looking up for you. Now in the problem position, you have the Empress, okay? So like I said, there's this very clear message here in the cross with the Five of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Page of Swords. News of delay, disappointment, Five of Pentacles indicating challenges with money potentially, and the Empress is the most abundant card in the tarot. It's the opposite of the Five of Pentacles. So showing up in the problem position, what can you do to reframe your thoughts at this time so that you realize that the universe is an infinitely abundant place and there are always opportunities available. And you may have been dealt a blow, or there may have been a situation that's been challenging recently, but know that it always gets better, and there will always be more opportunities in the future. And I feel like you need to tell yourself that. It's one thing to hear a tarot reader on YouTube say it, it's another thing for you to say it to yourself. So that's kind of what I'm sort of feeling here. Now, in the past, you have the Magician. Okay, so this is the Master Manifester. Okay, some of you have been working towards consciously manifesting something. Okay, some of you have been manifesting abundance. Some of you have been sort of looking forward in those areas here. But it's possible that it hasn't happened quickly enough or something like that here with the Page of Swords on the bottom. And the thing about the Magician is they have all of the tools that they need in the palm of their hands. Okay, they don't need to go buy anything. They don't need to take a course. The Magician has everything they need to be a major success at manifesting whatever it is that they're manifesting. And so I think it's very important for you to reaffirm that for yourself here with these two cards in the middle and the Page of Swords on the bottom. So some of you have been working towards something and it maybe hasn't happened yet, but I can tell you, I'm proof of this. Your manifestation can absolutely happen. Okay, it's a lot easier said than done, but right now is not the time to give up. And I'll get into that even more as we go along. In the future, I do see it happening. Okay, I see it coming through. I see the manifestation happening here with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is a card everybody wants to see. It's financial arrivals. It's the arrival of a financial event or a material situation coming around. Okay, this is slow and steady growth. This is something you've been working very hard and diligently towards finally coming through. And so it's something everybody wants to see. It also says that you have, if this is an aspect of yourself, the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is dependable. Okay, like you're going to put the work in. You're not going to let tasks slide off the list. You're checking everything off and doing what you need to do. And as long as you keep doing that, it's going to come through. And what's even better here is on your mind, you've had this idea. You've had this idea for a long time here with this Ace of Wands. This is my personal favorite card. This is the spark of life. This is getting fired up about something. This is, starting a business or an enterprise here. Any sort of business or enterprise started under the energy of the Ace of Wands is typically very good. It's a side hustle. It's passion projects. It's turning passions into profits. It's doing the thing that you truly love. And so for some of you, that's what's going on here. You have a divine idea. You have a divinely guided inspiration or project or idea that's coming to fruition. It hasn't happened right away. And I feel like this is maybe throwing you into scarcity mode because it hasn't happened as quickly as you'd wanted. But remember that that is divine timing at play, okay? There's nothing else going on there, at least from the cards that I'm reading, okay? Everybody's situation is different, but yeah. In the subconscious or the lower row here, what you can't see, the hidden, the unknown, you have the Nine of Wands. This is telling you you're right at the finish line here, Leo. You're right at the finish line, okay? So right now, the worst thing that you could do is give up, especially as you have the Five of Pentacles, Empress, and the Cross with the Page of Swords. Okay, your perseverance is very important, okay, because you've been manifesting this, you've had this idea, there's an arrival coming in the future. You may be feeling a little bit down and out here, but right now, literally the worst thing you could do is to give up. And so, really calling for perseverance. There could even be someone who's annoying you at this time with the Page of Swords and the Nine of Wands energy, but I do feel like that situation is going to end up working itself out if that's the case. So, in the staff, in the direction you're headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, impulsivity. You want this to happen now, 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 now. That's what the energy of this reading is about, okay? This is, I will say, this is an event that happened so quickly that it could almost feel chaotic. And with that impulsion, right? However, the Knight of Swords does at the same time, it's a little bit of a, this card's, there's a real dichotomy here with this card. At the same time, the Knight of Swords tells you to seize the day. It tells you to take action and to not wait. So what I will tell you is there's this energy here of waiting, not really waiting, but something not happening as quickly with the Page of Swords, as we've been talking about time and time again on this reading. But as we're looking here in the staff, which is the direction you're headed, there's going to be an opportunity where you're going to strike while the iron's hot. And that's what I'm getting on the energy here. Like, you're going to seize the opportunity, seize the day. You have this Two of Pentacles. This is in the external influence. This is why I feel like this is turning around here. Okay, Two of Pentacles is juggling or fluctuating wealth. Okay, the pentacle can tip in either direction. And for you, you have this Knight of Pentacles in the future, which is gain. It's material support. And to get this in the external situation, is what's happening outside of you, means that there could be a positive tip in the direction of your finances. The thing that you've been worrying about here could get resolved. And I feel like, there's been some weighing of how you're going, weighing the options, weighing the decisions, juggling of a situation here, trying to keep all the plates in the air, if you will. But like, eventually this is coming around in the future for you with this Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. And I think truly what's going on here in this Hopes and Fears card with the Chariot, for you, it's like one of the key messages for you is discipline and being a hard worker with the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. The Chariot says there's a big victory here coming for you, but you have created this victory for yourself by being self-disciplined, being a hard worker, and doing the things that you need to do, putting your head down and putting your nose to the grindstone. And that's what I feel like some of you are doing here with this energy. It foretells a big victory. That's what you're hoping for. You're also like maybe fearing that you're not good enough, but that's fear. It's not reality, okay? And so there's a real sort of message here of reframing your mindset to welcome in abundance and prosperity at this time. Could be very helpful for you. Especially in the outcome here, you have the High Priestess, which is, an extremely spiritual card. This is, the most intuitive card in the tarot. This is somebody who dives deep into the water, looking for answers, looking for meaning, looking for messages. And in some ways, you can say that the High Priestess is a spiritual guide. You can say that the High Priestess is somebody who's a way shower, somebody who helps you see something in a new way. And, for you, trust your intuition about this idea here, because you're being divinely guided. That's what I feel in this reading. Like, there's a real element here of like divine timing and something not happening as quickly for a reason. Like, there's a reason why this manifestation is taking time. And, the High Priestess is also the divine feminine, which means like, it's interesting. The Magician's the divine masculine. The High Priestess is the divine feminine. And so right now I feel like the logic part of your brain is not, like, forcing something is probably not going to be the best option. Like, you may need to just like allow the situation to unfold is what I feel like saying. So let's see what else we have here. Let's start to clarify this reading even more. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? This is somebody who's hardworking and practical. I mean, it's very similar. It's somebody who makes practical decisions, especially with money, good budgeter, planner, good at handling money, good at those sorts of situations. There could be someone in this financial sector who is here to help you in some way as well at this time. Maybe you're looking for financial support or something like that with the Five of Pentacles and the Empress. This could come in any direction, for you, whatever way that's playing out for you. But I actually feel like that Queen of Pentacles is an aspect of yourself in that you are going to make the right choice. And just, I think part of this reading, not only is it like reframing your mindset, but it's also saying, like, making sure that you tell yourself that you are worthy and that you are making the right choice here. You have the Five of Cups as well. You're sitting in disappointment, but I'm not going to spend too much time on that card. The reason being, you have the Sun, okay? Part of the outcome here is total victory, total success, more importantly, total happiness, which is what the Sun is about. It negates or lowers the negative qualities of the negative cards around it. So with this Five of Pentacles and the Empress, like, look, the sun will be shining here again for you, Leo. And that's what I feel like telling you where, to get that card foretells that this situation is really going to turn around for many of you if this is your reading. And you're supposed to shine your light brightly at this, in a bright way at this time, if that's even a word. But keep shining your light at this time. It's not time to give up with the Nine of Wands, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Let's pull some additional cards. Ask your angels, look, with weight. Ask your spirit team about what's going on with this divine timing here. You've been looking to manifest something. Sit in meditation because look, you have big yes here. There are 2 yeses in this oracle deck. This is the yes with the exclamation point, which is like an emphatic yes, like an absolutely 100% yes, this is happening type of deal. And yeah, so for some of you, it's just taken time. I get the sense. Let's see what else we have here. Big happy changes. Are you serious? You can't even make this up. This is basically like the Sun card, in that it's one of the better cards to get in this oracle deck. And it foretells happiness, like big happiness coming into your life in some way. So love to see that for you. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see what other cards want to come forward. All right, let's pull some Kipper oracle cards to see what else we have. Okay, so you have official person, privileged lady, occupation, message, coffin, and main male. So yeah, for a lot of you here, there could have been an ending. I never foretell death in my readings. It's just not my style as a reader. So you're never going to hear that from me. So for the coffin card, I view that as an ending of a situation, something in your life that's done. And, the thing about that card is it does suggest that there's a new beginning, okay? And for you, you have potentially a new occupation, a new career opportunity that's coming in. There may have been a disappointing message here, as I've been saying in this whole reading with this Page of Swords and the message card, from somebody in a position of authority, or maybe HR, or which is human resources if you're not aware of what that is, or somebody may have delivered a challenging bit of news for you. And so, but at the end of the day, like, you are moving to a place where you're meeting new people and you're going new places. And I wanted to see what else was going on there. Yeah, I mean, you may even be like taking like a trip to revitalize yourself with somebody. You could be meeting somebody new or meeting new people that are more supportive of you along your path. But all right, love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Drop a comment to let me know what you think. Check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. You can sign up for my email list. Very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.